Hi, friends. I'm Pastor Jack Manchuk, pastor at Central United Methodist Church right here in Waterford, Michigan. We are studying the story of Samson and Delilah, focusing on women of the Bible throughout these summer months, July and August. The reading for today, today in our scriptures was to be the chapters 14 and 15. It really goes through the life story of Samson right up until he meets Delilah. He had quite a storied narrative to his life, but the main points of that story is that he is not the role that we are told about in the 13th chapter of the book of Judges, in which Samson was to be the deliverer of the Hebrew people from the hands of the Philistines. And so he does almost everything. It's very symbolic. The entire story is symbolic of the entire nation of Israel. Samson falls in love with a Philistine woman, symbolic of the fact that the Hebrews have been unfaithful to God, turning to other gods, the gods of other nations, we can say. And so then he marries this woman. He leaves her. He's a big fan of telling riddles, and he plays games. It's just it's a very, very disturbing couple of chapters about the life of this one who is to deliver the Hebrews from the occupation of the Philistines. So I want to introduce then up to the time where he is introduced to Delilah. We don't know how he meets Delilah. We're just told that he, after having a marriage and having that wife killed by her own people because she betrayed a secret of Samson's to her Philistine people. They burned down the house, killing his wife and her father. And then he goes into Gaza. He meets a prostitute. He spends the evening with her. He evades the people of Gaza who wanted to kill him also. And a primary focus of this is that Samson is very much a very hated man by those of foreign nations. But then the next words is he meets Delilah, whom he loves. And we're not told anything about her. She, unlike many women of the Old Testament, is not connected to anyone, not an uncle, not a father, not a former husband or a husband, as it were, or a brother's. We know very little about her. What she seems to be is an independent woman, a woman of her own means. She is there in the valley of Sorek, and we know that there could be a very fine relationship between her and Samson. Some biblical scholars believe that they were in fact married. That is, again, not in the scriptures, but we're going to find some other things that are not in the Bible also that we surmise and believe and assume about Delilah that are not in the scriptures as well. So if you want to read the chapters 14 and 15 as much as you can, it's 40 verses. It's the story of Samson right up to the time of meeting Delilah. And we'll speak more about Delilah and introduce her more fully tomorrow. Let's have prayer. Gracious God, we thank you for your presence in our lives. We thank you for leadership in our lives. We thank you for examples of leadership that are not so good. And we ask that your blessing be upon us in discerning that leadership for ourselves, for your people. Be with us, Lord, as we seek to continue to study this story, this saga of Samson and Delilah. Amen. Hey, friends, have a great Wednesday, and God bless you.